So here's the deal. About 1/3 of every product bought online is returned, and a majority of the reasons it's returned is because it didn't fit. Now, when we're talking about aftermarket products, um, tonneau covers, bumpers, you got some big, strong items here that not only is it annoying to return them, but it can be expensive. So this cuts into everyone's profit. When I work with the manufacturers, um, when we're doing their data, we certainly have to validate that their parts are actually fitting on the right vehicles. And because this has been going on for such a long time, sometimes it's really interesting to try and figure out where they came up with some of this fitment and application to begin with. I see a lot of times where there are, uh, hey, this fits from 99 to 2014, and in actuality, that make and model didn't come out until 2000 and ended in 2011. So what we do here at ASAP is validate your fitment and application against ACEs. And how we do that is not manually. We don't Google it. We don't go to Wikipedia to find out, and we don't ask the people around our office. We ask ACEs, right? We ask the Auto Care Association, and this is the software that we use. Now, here at ASAP, I either do this for my clients or I turn my clients onto Johnny Halverson over at Auto Plus, River's Edge, and they control their data this way themselves, and then they hand it back to me so they can make sure it fits correctly. But I wanted to show you a little bit about how this works. So this is pretty cool. So I'm not going to drop this down because it actually will show the manufacturers that I have on here, but it has a manufacturer profile, and I actually only use this for ACEs because for pies I do too much to the descriptions that I want to do different. But let's go over to the ACEs, and I had put in a test product, and I start out. Now I have access to every group, light duty, heavy duty, power sports. I have access to snowmobiles, watercraft, cars, ATVs. Um, Clients that take it may not. They may only have parts that fit cars and trucks, but because we deal with all manufacturers, we have all of this. So again, time is money, so I don't even start with the group or the type. I usually start here, and I know that I'll be able to find what I'm looking for. So depending on what part type you have, let's go through something and just test this out. So I'll have someone who says, "Hey, Amanda, this fits a Chevy." All right. Well, let's go in here and we'll pick Chevy. And as you can see down here, there's 132,605 vehicles registered with AutoCare through ACES. So we're going to start out with all of them. And now we're going to say how many of those are Chevy. Well, 9,135 of those are Chevy, and they're in all regions, right? Mexico, Canada, and United States. Well, I don't care about all of them. So now let's do something that just came up. Let's go, this fits a Suburban. So I'll type in Suburban, and out of every Chevy Suburban ever made, there are 30 makes and models. Well, this particular client said, well, this is for 1995. Well, the Suburban, as you can see, it's only going to give you the years it actually was in existence. It wasn't. So on those cases, I will go back down and go, well, the Suburban wasn't, but the Suburban 1500, all right, here we have the model you're looking for. This is going to help because, again, sometimes your part may not make a difference or not, and sometimes it will. But when consumers are shopping on the internet, they want to be clear that this is their vehicle, that it's their submodel, that it really is going to fit. It's going to help everybody sell more and take less returns. So let me just go here, and we'll go, and it ended in 2001, for example. All right, so now I know there was 18 vehicles, right? And I go, I'm only going to look at United States, and these are the submodels. Now again, I validate to the submodel because as the internet grows, and if you deal with certain bigger companies that are already making this change, they're going to want your data validated to the submodel, to the trim, I'll call it. And if you don't have it, they're not going to take your data. But now we know that there's only 6 of them. And if the only qualifier was, Amanda, it fits a Suburban 1500 from this year to that year, great. But we can go a little bit further on this, and let's say that, well, the Suburban didn't have a bed, so that's not a good idea. Let's say that you told me that this fits a 6.2 liter. Well, I'm going to tell you that there wasn't a 6.2 liter for those years. There was only a 5.3 liter. But I can back it up, and I can, let me just show you here. Instead of saying, so instead of saying, hey, I know the years, we can go, I know that this is only for automatic transmissions or for manual transmissions. And I can go reverse on your fitment, right? Or I know this is only going to be for the 4.3 or the 3.8, and you might want to question why there's multiple 3.8s. Well, there's different reasons that different vehicles had different multiple 3.8 or multiple 4.0s, but I can go back and tell it, just show me the vehicles right now that have a 4.6 liter, and it automatically goes bam, and it will tell me that's from 1963 right to 1966, United States models only. So I can take your data and I can really make sure that the fitment is correct on this. Let's go with something, and I'm going to go ahead and clear all of this. Yes. And let me show you something. Maybe you have a bed size product. So let's put in a F-150. Whoop. Let's go. Guess this helps if we do this. We'll go Ford. Show me Ford F-150s. And we've got 509 of those that were ever created. United States models only. We have 225, and let's say that you know this is going to fit 91 to 93. There's 24 of those. Again, let's get it down to United States. But what if yours is specific to the bed size? So we have flare side or style side, and we have 78 inch, 81 inch, or 96 inch. So if you say, well, Amanda, this is the closest to the product size that I have, I can click it from the back, come back here, and it tells me exactly which ones, and it grabs those for fitment. So even though data is just a nightmare and we all hate it, it is so critical if you want to sell online. If you don't want to have returns, if you want to have happy people, it doesn't have to be such a nightmare. If you'd like information about this, if you want to talk to Johnny, I recommend this software to anybody. It is the only way that you are going to correctly validate. And again, that's going to save everyone a lot of money. It's going to help sell more of your parts. So you can call me at 719-432-9415. I'll put you in touch with Johnny Halversons from River's Edge for the Auto Plus software. If you guys are working with SEMA data and you're trying to figure out your aces and pies, you don't need to. This is that information you're trying to fill in on those things that you're going, oh my God, when was this vehicle made? You don't have to do that. So if we can all work together in this industry, we can really change a lot of things and pull this industry up to where it needs to be. Anyway, that was just a really quick how I validate data to make sure that your parts are really going out to the vehicles that they are belonging to. And I hope that was great for you and not just a waste of 9 minutes of your life. All right, have a great day. Bye.